Hello everybody to lesson number 17 of JavaScript for active design. In this lesson we will know the math functions and the math tools that we could use for codes. Let's go to the code and see what we have. So here we will start with the math function. Let's take the previous lesson tools here. Okay, so first of all we have something called math. Okay, we will write here math. In math, we have many functions like the round, the power, the max, the min, the log, the floor, the random, the ceil. We have a lot of things. We will start with them one by one, and at the end I will show you a table that could help you in the math functions. First of all, let's say round. Okay, so the round function, how does it work? The round returns the value of x rounded to its nearest integer. Imagine that I have here, for example, let's say 44.44. So this 44.44, it will return, when we round it, it will return the, let's change this one, let's say math lesson or math var. It's car, but var. Okay, copy, paste here, semicolon. Great. So in math round we say that it will returns the nearest value to the integer. Okay, so it will try the system will try, or the browser will try to return the nearest value. So what is the nearest value of 44.44? is 44. Okay, great. If it is, for example, 44.99, so what is the nearest? 99, for example, save it, or 66 or 77. The nearest is 45, so it's like that. So it will return the nearest value to the integer to make it integer. The next function is the power. Okay, so P-O-W. This power gives you the element power to 2. For example, if you have 8, okay, and you need to the power of the second power, it will be 8 multiplied with 8 2 times, it will be 64. Great. So also you could say the third power. For example, here I will say the 2, not 2, let's say it's 5, or it's 8. Okay, 8 multiplied 2 means the 8, the power of 8, the second power of 8. When we save it, the result will be 64. 64, as we say. For example, imagine here I have, for example, 2, and I need the third power of the 2. It will be 2 multiplied with itself 3 times. So 2 multiplied with 2, it will be 4, and 2 multiplied with 4, it will be 8. Let's see the result. Okay, so here is, we write instead of the 3, we write the power we needed, 10, 7, as you want. And here we write the number we want to get its power. Great. Also we have the skirt, which is math, we call it SQRT. Okay, let's delete these things. Here the SQRT means the square root of x. Okay, so the second root. The square root, for example, we have 64. What is the square root of 64? It's 8. How we could know that? Because 8 multiplied with 8 2 times, it will be 64. And the vice versa, when we opposite the when we do it against this element, this function, we will get the opposite result. So the square root of 64 is 8. Refresh, it's 8. Great. What is the square root of, for example, 25? It would be 5. Great. All right. Math.apps, which returns the absolute. For example, dot apps. The apps function returns the absolute positive value. So if we have, for example, here 25 but with minus, it will be 25. If we have, for example, here For example, I have ete.et7, I don't know what, 75, but it's negative. When we want the absolute positive, it will be the same without the negative value. Great. So great. The math ceil, we have something called ceil. Great. The math ceil, let's leave the number inside and write another thing. For example, 6.6. It's round the element up to its nearest integer. For example, here we have 6.6. It will round it or power it or move it to the nearest number. So when we refresh, it will be 7. It's 7, 6.6. It will be 7. What's the difference between round and ceil? It will give the same result. But focus. When we have round and we have the number lower than 5, for example 3, it will stay 6 here. Okay? But in ceil, it rounds to up. Means it will move it. If you have, for example, even if one element after the decimal point, for example, we have 6.1. Okay, so 6.1, it will return that value to 7. Why? It rounds to up. But the round function, the round returns only if the value is up to, more than 5 or 5. For example, it's 5 or more than 5, it will return it to 7. Else, it will not do anything. Okay, the second one, which is math.floor. Math.floor, it returns the value of the element we have, the number, rounded down. It's the opposite of ceil. So, for example, if I have here 3, okay, and save it, let's refresh, what the result will be? What do you think? It will round it to down. So if it is, we see what's the number, it's 6.3. It will say it's 6. If it is 6.9, it will be also 6. So it rounds to down. So if we need to get these elements to discounts, for example, you have a management in the bank or any system, financial system, and you need to round only to give the real number, the integer, without any decimal number. How you could do that? We could do it with floor. Okay, so you could get these elements out of the counting. Great. The next function is math.sin, which returns the sine value between -1 and 1 of the angle, okay, that we have there. For example, here I will say the sine, and here we write, for example, sine, S-I-N, when then we will write here any angle we have it there, and let's save, refresh, and here we are. This is the angle we will get. Great. Also, we have the cos. We have sine. We have cosine, which is C-O-S. What they call it in math, cosine. Cosine 90. It will be what? Let's refresh. It will be -0. Means it could be it's minus that value we have visited. Great. Also, we have something in the math which is the min and the max, which can be used to find the lowest or highest value in a list of values. For example, imagine I write the min, okay, then here I write 90 and some values here, 20, 30, 10. Great. There is a lot of values. For example, 100 value we have here, and I need the minimum number. Save it. It will return 10 because 10 is the minimum number. If we need the max number among these elements, we could say max. Okay, save it and refresh. It will return the maximum number we have it over there. Great. So also we have something called random, which could give you the random element we have. For example, I will see here random is the function that gives you a random element. It uses the time in milliseconds and use many things. Save it. Then let's print a number. This is the random number we have it there. We could refresh. It will change, as many time as we change that element. It's great. And we will talk about the random in the next lesson. Also, we have something called the constants. We have it. For example, imagine I need to know what is the constant number, what is the value of pi. You know the pi in math, that we use it with the circles. I need to know what's the value of that constant. Is there a problem? I think there is a problem. It's not function, it's only constant, it's variable. So there's no need for the parentheses. So refresh, it would be like this. This is the variable that we have. 3.14, 15, 92. Okay, so this is about the pi. Also, we could get another elements, which is, for example, this element, which is the maybe for the algorithms that give us the natural logarithms, which is ln 2, which is, I think, 2 point, I don't know what. No, it's not. So it returns that value. The second, which is ln 10, which returns the value we have at there. Also, we have, for example, if we have a, which is in math, I think it's 2.70. Okay, so here is some values that we have. Also, we have the last point that I talked to you, that I will give you a table. This table contains some elements that could help you. The absolute, these are some functions that could help you, like the returns the sine, what is it? Rotate sine of x in radians. Okay, so you could remember by returning to this table anytime you need it. So it could give you the logarithm of that value you have it there. Could give you the tan squared, the sin, cotan, cos, and whatever you want. So this was the lesson about the math, and thanks for watching and listening, and see you in the next video, which would be about the random, and we will know how is it gonna be used with games. Thanks for watching and listening, and see you in the next. Bye.